Hello, I hope this week is starting off well for you. Here at Meck, our senior pastor Jim White kicked off a new series. It's called On Fire, and it focuses on the life of a man who lived in the 9th century BC and whose story is recorded for us in the Old Testament. Now, his name was Elijah, and he would prove to be one of the most important prophets in the entire Bible and the archetype for another man who would be the forerunner to Jesus Christ. Now, if you caught the first week's message, then you'll probably remember that Pastor Jim eased us into Elijah's story by providing quite a bit of historical context for his life. In fact, Jim took us all the way back to the very first book of the Bible to a man named Moses. And he did that so that we could better understand the context of Elijah's story and the people that he lived among. Sure, you could probably just gather some great insight by reading just about Elijah. But knowing the bigger story of which he is only a part of, it really helps you to walk away with a greater appreciation for God and his work throughout history. Have you ever considered that, like Elijah, your life is but one story of a much bigger story? That while you can certainly learn a lot by being in the present moment, that if you would only take a few steps back, okay, maybe more than just a few steps, but if you would take a few steps back, you'll be able to see that you're living during a very strategic moment of history, like for a very strategic purpose. That God's story of life is still unfolding and that you're meant to play a part in it. Unfortunately, a lot of us don't know that story. We think that God's work ended with the Bible and that we're somehow just passive observers of history, but that couldn't be further from the truth. God is just as active and involved in your life as he was in Elijah's life. So to kick off our daily Devos this week, why not take a few moments to just prepare your heart by asking God to help you see your life the way that he sees your life? To consider that perhaps you're living the specifics of your life, like the particular country that you're in a particular decade, among a particular culture, for a reason. How might that start to kindle a fire within your own life for what God wants to do in and through you?